good afternoon. We are the inquiry instructors from Section 2 Analytical Skills, and we are going to present the increase of antimicrobial resistant bacteria due to overuse of antibiotics. Before we start presenting, we would like to introduce ourselves first.
My name is SWEE.
My name is Sing.
My name is Grace Hall.
My name is Annabelle.
My name is HWONG.
My name is VALERIE.
So, we are now moving on to our presentation.
These are some tools, some thinking tools that used in our presentation. First is first principle. It breaks down complex problems into basic elements and create innovative solutions from there. Second one is concept maps. It understands relationships between entities in a concept or system. The last one is Ishikawa diagram. It identifies root causes of problems.
Now I would like to introduce what is antibiotics. So basically, antibiotics is a type of medicine that helps kill bacteria during an infection. It was first discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1962. The first antibiotic discovered was penicillin. So there are different types of antibiotics. Like I said just now, penicillin is one of them. And the other one is erythromycin. So there are different types of antibiotics which work in their own unique way. One of it is bactericidal antibiotic, such as penicillin, which kills the bacteria by interfering with their cell walls. And the other one is antibacteriostatic antibiotic, which is it stops the bacteria from multiplying.
Hi, my name is RUSSEL Jessica, and I'm going to explain or present about our problem statement. First of all, our problem statement is overuse of antibiotics. If people or someone use antibiotics too often or for a wrong reason, it can change the bacteria so much that the antibiotics will not work or don't work against them. This is because the increases in antimicrobial resistance are driven by a combination of germs exposed to antibiotics, spread of those germs, and also their mechanism of resistance. Our second problem statement is antimicrobial resistant bacteria. Antimicrobial resistance occurs when microbes such as bacteria or fungi acquire the capability to withstand the effects of medication intended to eradicate them. After that, treating infection caused by resistant strains can pose significant challenges and may even be impossible in some cases. It is very important to note that antimicrobial resistance is an inherent biological phenomenon.
As we address a critical issue, antibiotic resistance, it is a threat that affects us all, transcending borders and demographics. According to the GLASS report 2022, alarming resistance rates and bacterial pathogens are become resistant to common antibiotics. In 75 countries, third-generation cephalosporin resistance E. coli stands at a staggering 42%. Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus shows a 35% resistance rate. According to the case studies from E. coli cases, it reduced susceptibility to standard antibiotics observed in 13 countries. And the critical antibiotics-wise, the resistance levels are rising, leading to increased reliance on last-resort drugs like carbapenems. The World Health Organization warns by 2035, resistance against last-resort antibiotics will surge globally compared to 2005 levels.
There are many factors of increase in antimicrobial resistance. We use Ishikawa diagram for these factors. First of all, we have antibiotics. The main cause of antibiotic resistance is the overuse of antibiotics. When we use antibiotics, some bacteria die, but some bacteria survive. The overuse of antibiotics makes resistant bacteria more common. The more we use antibiotics, the more chances the bacteria have to become resistant to them.
second one is traveling. As we know, different countries can have different types of resistant bacteria. The travelers can bring these resistant bacteria back to their own country, therefore spreading the resistant bacteria. The third one is poor hygiene. This provides more opportunity for resistant bacteria and other germs to spread. Consequently, this makes more people sick and increase the need of antibiotics. Last but not least, we have the lack of knowledge. This is because people don't take antibiotics as directed. I will pass to the next presenter. Alright, so to solve the problem, we have used the first principle in tools. To use these tools, we firstly have to identify the problem that we want to solve. So, the problem that we want to solve is of course the antimicrobial resistance. Then, we have to break it down into fundamental pieces and question our assumption. So our assumption is that antimicrobial resistance is caused due to poor hygiene and infection control, not completing antibiotic course, and correct prescription of antibiotics. Lastly, we have to create solutions from ground up. So to solve the first assumption, it is recommended that we practice good hygiene, such as hand washing and use appropriate infection control procedures. Secondly, the consumers have to obtain the entire course of any prescribed antibiotic so that it can be fully effective and not breed resistance. Lastly, antibiotics have to be used appropriately to reduce unnecessary and over-prescribing of antibiotics. I will pass to the next presenter.
So, to summarize what my group members have already presented, in ways to avoid the increase in antimicrobial resistant bacteria is to identify the factors, which are the not finishing the course of antibiotics and traveling with poor hygiene, and also lack of knowledge regarding antimicrobial resistant bacteria. So ways to solve it is to actually have poor hygiene and infection control, which means you often wash your hands and avoid getting sick. And then secondly is by completing the antibiotic course as prescribed. And lastly, do not overdose the prescription of antibiotics. And that is all from us. Thank you.